Alright, so we're finally back with some more NBA 2K22, and this is just me playing, actually, Domination, and this is the last 3 games, and if we do beat them, we do end up getting the Amethyst Draymond green, and you'll see me, the first gameplay here is just me playing the Western Conference, and man, this was a really close game, and we end up losing by 1 point because of this alley-oop tip, and I don't know how that actually went in, but man, we should have definitely won that game. And for me, for some reason, I actually end up struggling against this Western Conference team. We end up losing 4 times. It's been a close game for the first 2 ones, and then the other 2 I just rage quit because, man, we're losing by a little bit. So for me, like, the first game, of course, you just saw, we end up losing by 1 point because of that tip, and then the alley-oop tip. And then for the second game, we end up losing by 4. And then the other 2, of course, because I did end up rage quitting, which was kind of pissing me off. But finally, playing the 5th time in a row, we end up finally beating this Western Conference. But for some reason, like, I don't know why the CPU defense isn't great at all. They love to seem to leave everyone open, especially in the corner threes. They always make the corner threes because, like, your guys are, like, always trying to guard the paint for some reason. I don't know what they're guarding, because it kind of really pisses me off playing the game. And they were talking about how defense was supposed to be better, but it seems like your CPU has no IQ because they seem to leave everybody seems to be open, and especially like guys like Seth Curry, Damian Leonard, and anybody like that, they always seem to leave open, even Luka at times too as well. That's why the Western Conference is a lot harder, because they have so much better shooters than the Eastern Conference one. But you know, I definitely end up beating them by 20, so thank goodness. And then I kind of made some switches into the lineup and stuff like that too as well. The Chris Boucher, I believe how you pronounce his last name, the one from the Raptors. I love his Evo card. I actually decided to put him into the game as well. And I put Larry Marketum off the bench instead of starting him with actually Max Kleber. Max Kleber, he's actually really good too as well for an Evo card. He's a Sapphire too as well. So I've been using some of the Evolution cards. They've been pretty nice. Then I got some shooters like the Emerald Roger Mason. I actually decided to keep him. The Seth Curry, I actually kept him in there too as well. I just like their shooting, and they're pretty nice. I use Cade Cunningham. He's pretty nice too as well for a Sapphire, and he's not even going for that much in the auction house really. He's like barely 1,000 something MT, so he was a nice player to have as well. I also use Glenn Rice with the Lonzo Mourning dual card. They're pretty nice as well, so I kind of use them. I just use Alonzo for the defensive side, and also try to get the rebounds, because some of our power forwards and centers don't seem to really get any type of rebound, so it's kind of really annoying. But I kind of like that duel. I know there's some other better duels too as well, like the Seth Curry with Iguodala. There's one probably with the Kerm Heinrich and Ben Gordon. I kind of want to use that, but I also need to use the Kirk Heinrich card to get the 300 XP if you want to get the 150 points with the base set of Kirk Heinrich, and some of the other players too as well they have. But yeah, for me, you know, we played a lot better on the 5th time we played this team. So we played way better defense. We didn't leave too many open shots, which thank goodness. Then also they missed a lot of shots too, especially Curry. Curry, he'll definitely make technically any type of shots, even if you guard him really good. Even like contesting his shot, he still actually end up making it. So it kind of does get frustrating with some of these games where they could just make the shots even though you play a really good defense. But other times your CPU leaves everyone open, so that's even more annoying there too as well at the same time. For all the gameplays is going to be in the 4th quarter, because I don't want to make it for the full game for all 3 of them, because man, that'd be like 2 hours. I don't know if people are going to last that long, 2 hours of gameplay of just Domination for the last 3 games. So I'm just going to make it the 4th quarter to make it a little bit shorter. For me, a lot of the game for me was, what I used was just the pick and roll technically kind of thing. Or if I didn't roll, I just try to give it to the big man who I ever have. Either it's Larry Marketum, Lonzo Mourning, or even the Max Keebler card, or the Chris Boucher. We use all those cards and then we post up on the smaller player, technically on either the Chris Paul or even on Curry as well, so we could get the easy baskets. That's the way I was playing these games, because they won't defend that. Sometimes, yes, they will actually maybe double team your center, and that's where you kick out to any of the shooters. And for this year so far, I kind of do like the shooting. The shooting meter has been pretty nice. Yes, I don't green every single shot, but most of the times, yes, we do green shots. So I do like the shooting meter this year so much better. Last year, when we started off playing any of these games, like especially last year, you couldn't even shoot at all. You'll be bricking every single shot, even the white ones you'll be bricking. But at least in these games, you could make some of the white shots, but most of the times you could also green them, because most of your shots are always open as well in general. But I actually enjoy that part of the game this year as well. But for the CPU defense, yeah, I'm not enjoying that at this point, because, man, they still are not defending anything really. Kind of same thing as last year, where they just try to be in the paint for some reason. I don't know why, especially your guards or any of your small forwards or something like that, or even your power forwards sometimes too. But at least your big man, at least they could defend. But overall, like, that defense needs to get better. I don't know, it seems like it was better before, but I don't know if they updated or anything like that on the gameplay, because, man, that was just bad CPU defense. Because especially if you're guessing like this type of teams where they have shooters, they definitely are not going to be bricking any type of shots in these games, because it's always open and they're gonna green all those shots. They're not going to be missing, so you're gonna have to really contest their shots for sure in these games, because if you don't, they are going to majority make the shots, even if it's right too as well. Especially because there's going to be guys like Damian Leonard and also Curry. Curry, he hardly misses, but if you do allow him to miss shots, that's pretty good. But overall, he doesn't miss too many shots. Same thing with Damian Leonard. But yes, you are going to have to contest those shots. So technically, I wouldn't really be set. I don't think I'd be like off balling or anything like that too either. So you're going to have to be defending. If you're not good at it, it kind of sucks sometimes. But I'd rather have them to shoot 2-pointers than actually have 3-pointers. So 3 is better than 2 anyway. So at the end of the day. So I'm gonna actually have some music here, so I'm gonna skip ahead and I'm gonna go into the next clip, and this is gonna be the second game, and this one is gonna be against the Eastern Conference team here. We're against the Eastern Conference team here, and the Eastern Conference, they're so much easier to actually end up beating. At least they don't have like the Diamond Curry, the Diamond Giannis. It was hard to defend him too as well, because if he doesn't if he does miss, he could probably out rebound our players because how much quicker he is as well. So defending him was pretty difficult. And they do have LeBron James, that Damian Ruby card. I do need to end up getting him as well for the Colossal collection. I do need to work on him, get his 3-pointers for the actually XP. So I'm definitely need to buy him pretty soon. Looks like his price is pretty expensive too for a Ruby. So maybe I might not do it because how expensive it is. I'd rather save my MT for sure for some other cards. I know they did they came out with the primetime cards yesterday. So there was 2 diamonds, which was the Chris Paul, and then there was the Tim Duncan, and then there's 2 amethysts. That was the Jerry Stackhouse and Bradley Beal with the amethyst cards. And then they have 1 ruby, and that was the Larry Marketing, which I end up picking. And they had the sapphire Mr. Marvin Bagley, which I end up picking him up as well. So both of those cards, I spent about 5K, almost 6K on both of those 2 cards. So they're pretty cheap. So I'm definitely going to need to work on them to get their XP too as well. I kind of did use a little bit of Larry Marketing. I was thinking of using the Marvin Bagley playing in these gameplays too as well, but I decided to just use the actually Larry Marketing. But eventually I'm going to work on the Marvin Bagley, which Marvin Bagley is to get 20 points in a triple threat offline, so it wasn't technically a like Larry Marketing where you have to score 150 points with him. So we are going to eventually do that. But for sure, luckily for me, this team wasn't that as bad. But for sure, you do need to get to the free throw line, especially for the last game, because the last game, it's actually more MT. So it's 675 MT you need to get for that game. And for the first 2 games, like the Eastern and the Western Conference team, you need to get 625, which was just like the regular domination of against the regular teams, where you have to get 625 to actually going and get the 3 stars. So but for the last game, you do need to get to the free throw line. But the other ones, you don't really need to get, especially the 625 one, you don't really need to actually get to the free throw line. But it's really good to actually attempt those 10 free throws. And that will get you extra MT. Then also the 5 3-pointers, which everyone could do. The 5 3-pointers, that's the easier one. Getting to free throw line could be a little bit more difficult because sometimes they will not call any fouls and stuff like that. Even if you drive through into the lane, sometimes your shot's going to either get blocked or you get a foul call sometimes. But in general, yes, you want to get to the free throw line as much as you can in any of these games. This year is kind of different too. Even if you beat the regular domination, it goes straight to all-time domination. Last year we did have the historic domination, but it doesn't matter. I think we're gonna be. I might just try to maybe build a team first before we go into the all-time domination. So we're gonna probably get the TJ Warren. Then of course we're gonna get the Draymond Green to that team now, since we're gonna get our first diamond pretty soon when we fully evolve every single card to get the TJ Warren. To the token market, I believe I could get all the ruby cards and maybe one of the amethyst cards. I'm not 100% sure, but I know for sure I could get all the ruby cards for sure. But we'll be close to getting another amethyst card as well. I kind of do want to get the Serge Ibaka. I really want to use that amethyst card if we have enough token to get him. We're gonna be doing that for the next video. We'll see. We'll get the TJ Warren, and also we're going to be opening the pack for the Draymond Green too as well. But you'll see me, we'll at least get the domination done here. And then maybe I'm going to start maybe focusing on getting the triple threat offline done. Maybe try to get the Diamond David Thompson card, which he might be a pretty good one. I know he's not really the greatest shooter, but I know he could dunk as hell. That's the one card always remember of David Thompson, that he could actually really dunk. So we definitely will try to get that card. I know there's the other amethyst cards too as well, but we'll get those two as well. At first we were grinding triple threat offline a lot, and then we switched to playing all of the domination games. And then we'll be patient, and then we'll play the all-time domination pretty soon. And we also need to evolve all their cards too as well to get the diamond Bob Cousy. And luckily for this year, you don't have to get all those other cards evolved, especially like the Draymond Green, but that would have been pretty nice. And the TJ Warren too as well. That would have been pretty awesome to get him fully evolved too. Same thing with the Bob Cousy, but it seems like those are not evolution cards. Maybe in the near future, maybe they'll update it, who knows. But luckily we don't have to do that, because last year just getting the Nate Archibald and also the artist Gilmore. It took a little while, but then again, they go to release Pink Diamond, so it wasn't that bad. And then you also get a Galaxy card too as well when you actually fully evolve all the card. I believe was it Jason Richardson or someone else? I forgot. Oh no, it was actually Elgin Baylor, I believe, was for the reward. So the Elgin Baylor card wasn't bad, so I actually enjoyed it. And I will skip ahead to the next clip as well for the last and final game here. Now we're actually on to the final team, and which the final team, of course, is technically every single player from the Eastern and Western Conference team here. So you're getting every single one of them, like the Curry again as well. I don't know why. I probably should have played this team actually first. Or not first, but at least probably second. And then the Eastern Conference, we should have probably played that one last because the Eastern Conference was a little bit easier. But this team combined with all the players, of course, man, I hated it was against Curry. Curry any day. And playing him on all-time domination, that's going to be really, really frustrating. I know for sure against the all-time Spurs is going to be annoying, especially that Tony Parker, which is probably going to kill us. Ginobili and even Tim Duncan, those guys are always going to be pretty solid. And then probably the Boston Celtics, they're definitely technically kind of hard. The Larry Bird, and I'm glad I got the Larry Bird holo card. That was pretty nice. Who else is the Lakers are definitely going to be hard. That all-time team is going to be difficult to play against. What else? Those are the main ones I know for sure. The Lakers, the Boston Celtics, Spurs, probably even the Bucks maybe, just because of Ray Allen, the shooting and stuff like that. Miami Heat could be a difficult one too as well. Oh yeah, the Warriors. The Warriors are always a difficult one because they always have a lot of good shooters. Even Chris Millen is a good shooter. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, those guys are going to definitely kill us there. What else? yeah, those are probably the teams I'll probably talk like we're gonna get face in the near future. So, man, I'm not gonna be looking forward to playing all-time domination, but eventually we'll get started. But for me, I probably want to build my team up a little bit, spend a little bit on the tokens. We probably maybe try to get the triple threat offline. I kind of want to get the Roman Booney card, but so far I played over like I actually won like 70 something games so far, and we still haven't got him. But it seemed like there's a couple people already got him and probably played way less games. But eventually we'll probably get the Diamond Dave Thompson and then also the two other Amethysts. I just forgot who the players were for the Amethysts because I was just been grinding domination all day, every single day for the last maybe 3 days. But we got the regular domination, so I'm definitely happy about that. And I do enjoy some of the evolution cards we did end up getting for the regular domination. Some of them are still going to be on my team for a little while until we get better players and better cards. But so far, yes, I've been enjoying that. Of course, I still need to buy some of the newer players and stuff like that. I'll probably buy the Amethyst cards, the Bradley Beal, and also Jerry Stackhouse, and then grind their XP and then sell them back, and then also buy maybe the diamonds if I have enough MT on the actually Chris Paul. The Chris Paul doesn't look too bad. Then there's also the Tim Duncan diamond card too as well. I still do need to buy that Shaq card, need to grind him, and then also the other diamond too and Darren Williams. But I don't know. It's just not enough MT to buy any of those guys. I could at least buy one out of the 4 diamonds, but I don't know. We'll see. The Chris Paul does look really good. So maybe we'll pick that up. But then again, for me, like with this team that I have, we just got so many good guards. So the point guard position isn't our weakest position. So for me, like our weakest one is technically maybe the forward and maybe another big man like Shaq. I'll definitely, man, he'll dominate probably in the all-time domination as well, just because how his strength is. And then there's probably some centers who will probably defend him really well. But the thing is, we could just keep calling the pick and roll, and then have a smaller point guard on him, and we just post up with Shaq. We'll probably be dunking over every single player. So we'll maybe do that. Who knows? We'll see if I want to buy that Shaq or not, depending how cheap he is. But we'll probably, I wonder if we're going to get anything for Friday as well. So far we got a new content yesterday, which was Tuesday. So we'll see if we get any new ones on Friday too as well. So there could be more new players on Friday too as well. So maybe want to be a little bit patient there. And we'll see if there's any really good cards on Friday as well. Maybe we'll pick them up and use them for the all-time domination as well. And of course, we are going to be grinding for the XP. Right now, I'm level 26 right now, so we're not doing too bad. We're almost at getting the Vin Baker pretty soon, so probably get it by next week or maybe this week, depending what I grind, depending on the XP we get as well on the players. Like if we do the diamonds, for sure we'll probably get Vin Baker this week. Game is about only a minute and 12 seconds here, and we're actually up 14, and we end up beating this team actually by 15. So we didn't beat them by 20 or anything like that. So I wish we didn't end up beating them by 20 and stuff like that. I was hoping to try to get the free throw line a little bit more too as well, but it was kind of too late. So I forgot how many free throws we end up shooting because I never end up checking, because I was kind of a little frustrated because I thought for some reason we did not get enough MT, which we didn't in this game, because we did end up getting 657 in total here when you needed was 675 MT to actually get the 3 stars. But for some reason this game, I don't know, I'm not 100% sure if it was glitch or not, but for some reason they actually end up giving it to me, and they end up giving me the Draymond Green. So that's why you saw me try to quit so quickly, and somehow they gave me the 3 stars. Then we also end up getting the Draymond Green, so that was pretty nice because we got 657. I don't know, maybe they saw the numbers backwards or something like that, and they gave me the Draymond Green. So I'm glad I don't have to play that team again, because that team was a little frustrating, because for sure playing them the second time we'd probably be losing, and then Curry be hitting every single shot. But we end up getting the Amethyst Draymond Green, even though it was probably glitched, but I don't know, because we did not get enough MT for sure. So that's gonna be it for me, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this gameplay. And I wish you guys luck with Domination. Hopefully you guys do end up getting the John McGreen, the TJ Warren, or even the Bob Cousy as well if you're guy. I know some of you guys are probably on the all-time Domination now, so good luck with that as well. And I'll see you guys next time.